Hey y'all. So this is for any mamas out there that are feeling discouraged today. There's just been a lot going on, like different friends I have, different family members. It's like you raise your kids and you try to do the right thing and you take them to church and you get them in activities and you're very involved in their life and you love them with everything in you. And then they don't always make the choices that you would want them to make, or they make choices that you can see might not be the best for them or might not give them the best things in life. And it's very concerning. Many sleepless nights us parents have had over our adult children. You would think it would get easier once they're grown. For most parents I know, it really does not. I just want to offer you some encouragement. Don't give up the fight. The Bible does promise us that if we raise a child up in the way he should go, or she, that when they are old, they will not depart from it. So they might depart from it for a while. They might be like the prodigal son. They might go off and party and sleep with the pigs. But there will come a day where, we hope, because they do have free will, but there will come a day where they remember that upbringing and they remember what you've taught them and they remember the feeling of being close to God and how much more contentment you have when you have that. But all that said, I also want to encourage you to, as much as they will let you, remain in your child's life. You don't want to be in the sin, whatever the sin is, but you do want to have that connection with them. That's your child. And you might be the only person they know that's a Christian. You might be the only one. So if you cut them off, they're never going to have that example. I don't think you should preach at them. I think most of them, if they've been raised in church, they know right from wrong. They know what you believe. They know what the Bible says. They've chosen to not follow that for whatever reason. So you preaching at them is just going to drive them away. The best thing you can do is to pray for them and pray for yourself that you will be able to show all the love you have in your heart for them and they will feel Christ's love through your love. It's not always easy. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of resentment. When our children choose things that it cuts to the core, it feels like they've gone against everything you taught them, everything you believe in. It's a slap in the face in some ways. You poured everything into this kid, not because you wanted anything back, but because you wanted them to have a great life, right? Because you love them and you wanted kids and you're excited about the future they have. And then all of a sudden you don't see that future anymore. They don't have that future anymore. They have something else that you never planned and maybe even embarrasses you a little bit. You may not want people to know that your kid is doing things they shouldn't be doing. There's a lot of guilt where you feel like you made this mistake, you made that mistake, you weren't a good mom. Even if you were a good mom, none of us are perfect. So we all make mistakes and it's a learning process. And many of us had our kids when we were young. We didn't know as much as we know now. Like if I had my kids now, man, I know lots of psychology. I know what works and doesn't work. I am more even-keeled. My temper doesn't raise as quickly, where maybe I yelled at them a couple times when they were little because I got frustrated. I'm not as likely to do that now. It's just a whole different world when you're, 30 years down the line. But we're all human. We make mistakes. We did the best we could. We love our children. We love them very much. We still love them. We want what's best for them. So the best thing you can do is to pray, pray, pray. Keep that connection open. And if you want me to pray for your kid, feel free to private message me. Drop a little note down below. You don't even have to share their name. You can just say, please pray. And I will be happy to do that. I pray every day for many of my friends' kids and for my own kids. I'm happy to pray for yours too. And we'll pray just in general. But if you want me specifically to pray for your kid, please let me know. I hope this offers you some encouragement. I've been talking to a lot of moms this week that maybe prayed for 20 years and suddenly their kid walked away from the sinful lifestyle they were living and recommitted their life to Christ. I've been talking to moms I talked to one mom whose daughter was on drugs really bad to the point that she overdosed a couple times and they brought her back. And she wound up not dying. She just had an overdose. And she has been clean for 5 years now. 5 years. Her mother prayed nonstop and had everybody in church praying. Lots of people praying. The daughter was going down a really bad path, but now she has put her life back together. She's met a young man. They're very happy. They're planning to get married. So, take hope. There is always hope. And the hope is that they will live a good life, a successful life, be happy. We all want our kids to be happy, right? There's a saying that mamas are only as happy as their unhappiest child. And that is so true. If you have a kid that's unhappy, you're unhappy. So hang in there, take hope. Know that your prayer is not in vain. There is an invisible battle going on that none of us can see. It's in the spiritual realms, and you have got to go to battle for your child in the spiritual realm, which is through prayer. So hang in there. I love you all. It's going to be okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.